I'm Hugh living in southern Alberta, and my first brush with trigeminal neuralgia came probably about 1979. I noticed brushing my upper lip or shaving, I'd get a little zing up through my cheek and wondered what that was. And this went on, finding some trigger points around, it'd touch your head and it'd go zing like a knife coming down there, and that would be that. And then sometimes it wouldn't do anything. When it was on, even a breeze would trigger it. Eventually, I went to see my doctor, who's also my aviation medical officer. See, what's this all about? I described it to him. He pulled out a textbook and says, "You have practically quoted this page word for word, so it's got to be trigeminal neuralgia." I says, "Well, how can it be?" He said, "I've always understood it was an incapacitating pain. This hasn't been. It's a real nuisance. But it's not that severe." Well, he called in their clinic internist who confirmed that's what it must be. So he looked up the medicine and stuff. He said, "Oh, if you took this medication for it, I wouldn't want you flying, because that'd be worse than the disease." "Okay, I'll keep what I've got, thank you." So this went on, and by 1983, I met with a neurosurgeon in Orem, Utah. And he confirmed the diagnosis. He said, "It's atypical, but that's what it is. You have 3 options, or 4. I can go in there with an electric needle and destroy the pain fiber. Or we can drill a hole behind your ear and do this vascular decompression, put some Teflon around the nerve to protect it. We think it's caused by an artery impinging on that nerve and irritating it to the point where it does damage. Or certain medications we can give you, but they're pretty rough. Normal painkillers don't touch it at all. So it had to be something pretty severe. Or you can do what you do now, nothing." "Well, thank you. I think that's what I'll stay with, because I know what that is." Well, it would come and go, sometimes in October and maybe again in February for a week or 2 or 3, maybe off and on, and then disappear for a few months. So it wasn't too bad to live with. Along about 2000, at Christmas time. This originally was the top 2 branches of that nerve, but then 2000 I got this jab through the lower jaw, which was a real jolt, just like holding onto a hot spark plug wire, which I have accidentally done. And that was rough, so now I know what the incapacitating type pain is. But it was off and on and off and on. Then about a year ago last fall, it started hitting again. Not the terrible pain, but it was that lower one that was really an inconvenience. It was quite painful. And it was off and on all through the winter. And during that winter, I picked up I do get the Discover magazine, and here is an article about this EMPowerplus from Truehope, and the reasons why they developed it and what it was doing for brains. Oh, gee whiz, are nerves a similar enough tissue to brain? Would it help that? So about March, I decided to give it a try, so I phoned over and talked to Tony Stiffen. He said, "Well, come on in and see me." He says, "Well, let's try it." Okay, we'll started in right then trying this. And it took about 2 weeks, and the pain subsided to really well. It was still hitting, but it was not the terrible pain that it was. And eventually through the summer, it faded right away. I thought, well, is it a natural remission, or is this stuff helping? So I reduced the dose. Bam, 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 here it came back again. So I upped the dose to what I was doing. Pain went away, stayed away. I was taking it regularly. And I tried this a time or 2 again. Same results. When I reduced the dose, here comes the pain back. Not as bad, but it was there. It was jabbing away. So I had to stay right with it, and I've been happy that I have, because it's given me the relief without a bunch of side effects.